Hey, welcome to the series of everything you need to know about Python in simplest possible way. In the series of pattern printing, so far we have seen so many patterns. In this video, we will see how we can actually print this particular pattern. So if you could carefully observe this pattern, in every single row we have a alphabet, right? So here in this row we have A, in this row we have B, in this row we have C. So as the rows increases, the alphabet values the alphabets is also increases, right? So let us go ahead and see how we can actually print this particular pattern. In order to print this particular pattern, we can observe that we have 5 rows here, right? So for that reason, I will take a variable rows and I will assign the value 5. So after that, in order to keep track of these alphabets, I will start with alphabet A. So we cannot directly track the alphabets directly. So for that reason, we need to convert this alphabet into equivalent numerical values so that we can able to track those numerical values. So for that reason, in order to convert, what we will be doing is that we will convert this alphabet into ASCII codes, ASCII values, which are equivalent ASCII numerical values. So in every single alphabet, in every single some of the special characters, we have unique numbers. So by using ASCII codes, we will be mapping them. If you don't know about ASCII codes, ASCII values, watch out my previous video about first video about first video of alphabet pattern printings, where I have explained clearly about how this ASCII codes works, how to convert alphabets into equivalent integer numbers, and how to convert integer numbers to its equivalent alphabets, so you can able to understand clearly. In this video I will only go through whatever the information which we needed in order to print this particular pattern. So for that reason, what we will be doing is that we will convert this particular alphabet into equivalent ASCII value. So for that reason, in Python we have a specific method which is ORD. By using this ORD, we will convert this alphabet into equivalent numerical value. So I am assigning this ORD of A into alpha so that we can able to track this value, right? So after that, what we will be doing is that in order to generate these many number of rows, I will use a for loop for I in range. So now we need to generate the range of values, and the range of values are nothing but rows here. So we need to generate 5 rows. So for that reason, I will start with 1 and go till the value of rows plus 1. So by the functionality of this range, we will be stopped at the value of rows itself. So in this for loop, what I will be doing is that for the time being, let us print the value of I here. So we are getting the value of I, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can compare these values of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with this particular pattern here. We have 5 rows, which are 1, 2, 3, 5 rows, and in every single row we have this many number of values, this number of alphabets here, right? So first row we have only one alphabet. Second row we have two alphabets. Third row we have three alphabets, right? So these are mapping, these I values mapping with how many number of values that we are having in each row, right? So for that reason, in order to keep track this many number of values in each row, what we will be doing is that we will use another for loop. So in order to generate this many number of columns in each row, so for a in range, so now we will be generating those range of values that what we have discussed earlier. We will be starting with value 1 and go till the value of I plus 1. So this I is responsible for how many number of columns that we have in each row, right? So that is what I will be mentioning. I will start with 1, go till the value of I plus 1. By the functionality of this range, we will be stopped at the value 1, nothing but how many number of columns we are having each row. So in this for loop, what I will be doing is that I will print this particular alpha here. So I will replace this I with alpha, and we need to format this particular thing a little bit so that we can able to get this kind of a shape here. So for that, I will use an end with a single space, and after that what I will be doing is that after completion of this inner for loop, I will print nothing, so that by default we have end. By end we have new line character, so that we can able to generate a new line character here. So now if I execute this, we can able to get this kind of a shape. So if you don't know and if you don't understand why I'm doing this, watch out my previous videos about number pattern printings so that you can able to understand it more clearly. So in this video, what we will be doing is that we have got this thing. We need to convert these particular values into alphabets, right? So to convert integer values to alphabets, we will be using one more method, which is chr. By using this chr method, we can able to convert these alphabets into equivalent these numbers. Actually, we need to convert these numbers to alphabets, right? Numbers to alphabets, right? So by chr method, we can convert these numbers into alphabets. So now if I execute this, so we can able to get a in every position here. So we need to go little bit and change this, right? So for that reason, what I will be doing is that after completion of this for loop, I will modify the alpha. So if I modify the alpha after this, we can able to change that. Why I'm modifying outside of this for loop is because this for loop, right? So this for loop is responsible to generate rows here. So for that rows which are having the values here. So for that reason, after completion of this for loop, I am incrementing the value of alpha so that we can able to get a new character in the next row. So now if I execute this, we can able to see the exact pattern. That is what we are expecting here. So now I hope you can able to understand this logic to generate this kind of a pattern. So if you found any difficulty while understanding this, watch this video carefully once again so that you can able to understand it clearly. And to understand more this kind of a patterns, watch my previous videos also so that you can able to understand different kind of patterns and how they are generated. So now what we will be doing is that we will dynamically take input of this rows to print the pattern accordingly based on the user input. So for that reason, I am mentioning input. I am asking user to enter rows here. So now if I execute this and it was asking me to enter rows, let's say I will give the value 4 here. So we can able to see we are getting 4 rows and we are starting with the A going till the value of D, which is the fourth value, 1, 4, right? So next, let's say I will give the value 8 here. So we can able to see we are going till the value h, which is the eighth alphabet, right? So like that, we can able to generate this kind of a pattern by any number given by the user. So if you found this video interesting and if you understand this logic, hit the like button. In the next video, we will see how we can generate this particular pattern. So to stay updated with my latest videos, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications to all so that whenever I upload any video, you will get the notification. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.